The samurai sits beneath the bonsai tree in the corner of the dojo. Morning light filters through the wooden slats. He tightens his headband slowly. His hands do not rush. He does not move until he is ready, but when he moves completely. You call it laziness. The samurai called it something else. They called it the weight of unbegun things. The heaviness you feel is not tiredness, it is fear. Fear disguised as delay. Fear wearing the mask of rest. The warrior understands this. He knows that the longest journey is not walked across mountains. It is walked across the distance between stillness and the first step. That distance is where most men die without ever falling. There is an old word the samurai knew well. Kaizen. It does not mean perfection. It does not mean force. Kaizen means continuous improvement through the smallest possible action. One stroke of the brush, one swing of the blade, one breath taken with intention. The samurai did not seek to conquer the entire day. He sought only to conquer the single moment in front of him, and then the next, and then the next. This is how mountains are moved, not by strength, by repetition of the small. In a dojo long ago, a young warrior stood frozen before the training dummy. His master watched him from the shadows. The boy held his wooden sword, but did not strike. Minutes passed. The boy's hands trembled. Finally, the master spoke. "Why do you wait?" The boy answered, "I fear my strike will be imperfect." The master stepped forward and tapped the dummy once with his finger, a single, quiet tap. Then he walked away. The boy understood. He raised his sword and struck, then again, then again. The master never told him to strike perfectly. He told him only to begin. This is the truth laziness hides from you. It tells you the task is too large, that you must have energy, that you must have clarity, that you must have the perfect conditions. But the samurai knew better. He knew that action creates energy, that the first step creates the second, that fog clears only for those who walk into it. You do not need to finish, you only need to start. One page written, 1 minute of movement, one corner of the room cleaned. The blade is not sharpened in a single strike. It is sharpened by returning to the stone again and again. Kaizen is the stone. You are the blade. Picture the river outside the dojo. It does not pause before flowing. It does not wait for permission. It moves because movement is its nature. You are the same. Stillness is not your natural state. Stillness is what happens when fear convinces you to stop. The samurai would wake before dawn, not because he loved waking early, but because he loved the feeling of beginning before the world could stop him. He would place his feet on the cold wooden floor. He would bow to the room. He would light a single candle. These were not grand actions. They were declarations. I am awake. I am here. I am moving. You can do the same. Not tomorrow. Now. Choose the smallest action you have been avoiding, so small it feels almost meaningless. Put on your shoes, open the book, write 1 sentence. Wash 1 dish. The size does not matter. The beginning matters. Laziness will tell you this is not enough, that small actions do not count. But the samurai knew differently. He knew that the man who takes 1 step every day will travel farther than the man who runs once and collapses. Discipline is not intensity. Discipline is return. Imagine the blade being forged. The steel is struck once. It does not become a sword. It is struck again. Still not a sword. 1,000 strikes. 2,000. The sword is not born in a single moment of fire. It is born in the repetition of heat and hammer. You are the same. One action will not transform you, but one action repeated will. The dojo is quiet now. The samurai finishes tightening his headband. He stands. He does not think about the full day ahead. He thinks only of the first stance, the first breath, the first movement. That is all he controls. That is all he needs. Kaizen does not ask you to be perfect. It asks you to be present, to meet the moment with the smallest act of courage, to choose motion over hesitation. The warrior does not defeat laziness by fighting it. He defeats it by becoming someone who begins. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are only still. And stillness ends the moment you decide it does. Start with one step, one breath, one moment of courage. Even the sharpest blade is forged from small strikes.